You're watching BCTV. We're all about Branford. You're watching BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Branford.
Okay, welcome. We will now reconvene the May 1st, 2024 Selectmen's meeting. We had some issues with our live feed. Item 1, the board took action on, voted unanimously to approve the minutes of April 17th, 2024. We skipped items 2 and 3 at this moment, went right to item 4. And we are considering, if appropriate, a request from Margaret Liberta, Human Resources Director, to waive the bid for the purchases of a licensing agreement for live compensation software and associated support services and award the contract to GovInvest. Margaret?
Yes, thank you. I'm requesting that we lease from a company called GovInvest a live compensation module from them, which will manage the surveying of salaries and benefits for over 80 positions. And this will be a very practical approach, a very live approach to having active salary and benefits data that we can use in our negotiations and when we determine job categories and job salary levels and benefits. I'm asking this because this is the only company that I know that does this for the public sector. And when you have 9 unions and another group of non-unions, it's almost like, as many of you have heard me say over again, managing 10 companies in the public sector, all of them different. So it's a very robust software, and we will be in touch with 8 towns that are similar to us, so we'll be able to earmark these positions directly to the towns we want to measure against. And I think it's a progressive and yet practical software system to buy for the town.
Thank you. And I'll just add, I had asked the Margaret, Human Resources Director, to look at doing bringing on a consultant to do a compensation analysis. In doing that, she was soliciting proposals, and it came about this program, which is also in a partnership with CCM. We feel that, as stated, that this is it is live, it is continually updated, so rather than doing a one-time study analysis, this is something that will continue to be updated. So we had myself, the HR director, as well as we asked the finance director to sit in on a live demonstration. As stated, it is very robust. It is not only salary, but it is truly the full compensation package: paid time off, health benefit costs, pension, other post-employment, all your other post-employment benefits, pension benefits are captured in this. And just to be clear, the 6 to 8 towns that we'll be monitoring and comparing, we would work with our consultant to select those towns, and those towns do not have to be members or utilize this software. They go out and scour all the information that is required and to ensure that they're capturing the full picture. So I did bring this to the Board of Finance for a transfer to fund this through the appropriate body, so they did hear it through for the funding component of this project.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, it's been moved, seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions? Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll go back to item 2, executive session for a discussion of a stipulation for judgment in the Larissa Maria Casella versus Town of Branford tax appeal case. Can I get a
Motion to
and
move.
we'll have, excuse me, we'll invite Attorney Cretella into executive session. Motion to go?
Motion to go, second.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
back into regular session.
So moved.
Second.
Move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, item passes. For the record, no votes were taken while in executive session. Item 3, to consider and if appropriate, approve a stipulation for judgment in the Larissa Maria Casella versus Town of Branford tax appeal case.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, and, second, a motion to approve as presented. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, item carries. Thank you. Thank you. Item 5, to consider and if appropriate, approve a request from the Fireworks Committee to waive the bid for the annual fireworks display and award the contract to Zambelli Fireworks in the amount of $30,000. And we have,
Good afternoon.
afternoon.
Thank you for having us today, Jamie and other selectmen. So the committee sent out requests for fireworks this year to Zambelli Fireworks, American Fireworks Display, Grucci, and we're unable to contact Atlas Fireworks, which I think is out of business or merged with somebody else. Grucci failed to respond to us, so we received quotes from Zambelli and American for a total of $30,000. And at the review of the committee of both proposals, the committee unanimously voted to go with Zambelli Fireworks this year based on the presentation, which meets our criteria, and their shell counts a little bit more than American.
Okay. Great. Any discussion, any questions? And a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed,
Thank you.
abstention.
Thank you very much for your time. Yep.
Thank you. Item 6, reappointment, Center Revitalization Review Board, Phil Carloni, Tricia Bowen Riddinger, and Charlotte Coulter, terms to expire March 31st, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, carries. John Herzan and Tony Terry, terms to expire March 31st, 2027.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, carries. Conservation and Environmental Commission, Cynthia Jasek, Heather Wells Sweeney, and Joshua Greenberg, terms to expire July 31st, 2027.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, item carries. Stony Creek Architectural Review Board, Elizabeth Whelan and William Murray, terms to expire May 31st, 2028.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, item carries. Greg Ames, John Herzan, and Sam Kirby, terms to expire May 31st, 2029.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Let's move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, item carries. Item 7, to consider and if appropriate, approve the following proclamation, Older Americans Month 2024. Whereas May is Older Americans Month, a time for us to recognize and honor Branford's older adults and their immense influence on every facet of American society. And whereas, through their wealth of life experience and wisdom, older adults guide our younger generations and carry forward abundant cultural and historical knowledge. And whereas, older Americans improve our communities through intergenerational relationships, community service, civic engagement, and many other activities. And whereas communities benefit when people of all ages, abilities, and backgrounds have the opportunity to participate and live independently. And whereas Canoe Brook Center must ensure that older Americans have the resources and support needed to stay involved in their communities, reflecting our commitment to inclusivity and connectedness. And now, therefore, we, the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Branford, do hereby proclaim May 2024 as Older Americans Month. This year's theme, Powered by Connection, emphasizes the profound impact of meaningful interactions and social connection on the well-being and health of older adults in our community. We call upon all residents to join us in recognizing the contributions of our older citizens in promoting programs and activities that foster connection, inclusion, and support for older adults. Can I get a motion to approve this?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item carries. Number 8, green use. To consider and if appropriate, approve a request from the community dining room for the use of the town green on Tuesday evenings from June 25th 5th through August 20th, 2024, from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. to hold community dinners and activities.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item carries. To consider and if appropriate, approve a request from Dance Unlimited LLC for the use of the town green on June 8th, 2024, from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. to hold a talent showcase.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item carries. Item 9, correspondence. We do have a letter from Mr. Ed Zach Jr. Dear Board of Selectmen, I know all of you are long-term residents of Branford. There is a continuing and growing problem for housing for Branford's 55-plus residents. They make up over 22% of the Branford's population in growing numbers. There is simply a lack of 55-plus communities in Branford. This has been brought to the town planners and the Planning Commission's attention too. These Branford residents over 55-plus and over are long-term residents and many lifelong residents. They have lived in their homes, raising their families for many years. They now want to downsize to ranch houses, one-floor living. Colonial and Cape houses are not appropriate for Branford's residents, especially for safety with stairs, which falling occurs. Branford's realtors are well aware of the housing problems and are also frustrated along with Branford's families. The children from families have told me their parents want to downsize and not leave Branford, but there is no place. Many of the Branford's residents are asking why there's not a town plan to address the needs of Branford's residents, specifically for ranches. Specifically for ranches, quarter acre between 1,400 square feet to 2,000 square feet. Apartment-style complexes are built but fails to address the needs of Branford residents. There are many communities for 55 and over in other states and are extremely well received. There is no need for a half acre. These communities are very progressive. One example, the only community is Riverwalk in town. Branford's residents are asking why $1 million plus homes, half acre lots are being built, why capes and colonials are built, Goulaying, the ponds, the cornfield. Many missed opportunities have occurred. Who bought these dwellings at these developments? Individuals from out of town and out of state, not Branford's residents. The developers are looking for profit, which is understandable, but the needs of Branford residents must be met. There are many studies for the need of 55-plus communities, including socialization, not isolation. Just several demographics per OPM from the state's recent published data. Branford's population density per square mile is 1,290, and the state average is 744. Branford is a densely populated town. Branford's median household income is $87,700. The state average, $83,600. Branford is not a wealthy town. North Branford's $101,500. Guilford's $115,000. Madison's $141,000. North Haven's $110,000. I know all of you know my disdain for political rhetoric, but Branford residents first, that's all. Put Branford residents first of all. It will be appreciated if you request Branford's town planner and Branford's planning commission to come before you to address the current and growing problem for a very high percentage of Branford's residents seeking 55-plus communities and ranches. It is my understanding Branford's 55-plus population is greater than the state's average and even greater than Florida. This is not about apartment-style complexes, several stories, but ranches. The perfect example is Riverwalk. Thank you all for your time and your understanding. I know all of you are very proud and honored to serve Branford. Ed Zach Jr. I would just add to that, that one of the concerns, we know housing, having a well-mixed housing stock is very important. I have heard from many residents those same concerns that Mr. Zach brought, that there's, transition to downsize from the home that they raised their family, but not ready to go into an apartment. A lot of it's market driven. The town does every 10 years does the plan of conservation and development. They did a housing plan that they had to do per state statute. I think the commissions are aware. We'll continue to look in terms of how we can, but a lot of this is really going to be solved through the market, the development opportunities that may exist. But, you know, I do, I've heard those same concerns, and I've actually shared those concerns to developers when they're looking and contemplating developments, that there's a market there, but, you know, they have to make the project work, so. And I will just add that in the, I don't know about the state of Connecticut, but I would, you know, think that within, I know within the New Haven region, we do have probably the highest average age. And I chalk that up to nobody wants to leave. All right, any other business? Hearing none. Get a
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Move second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thanks.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.